as the Biden administration and the House GOP just bicker over the debt limits and a June 1st deadline looms, as they do all the time, progressives are telling President Biden to get on with it. This headline right here, progressive senators tell Biden prepare to invoke the 14th Amendment to prevent default. Frustrated with fruitless negotiations, others are demanding action now, including the head of Groundwork Collaborative, who said that it's time for President Biden to step away from the slow-moving train wreck. You better go ahead and say that. This reporting is coming from Common Dreams. Hey, Jessica, shouting you out. 5 senators sent President Biden a letter. Those 5 senators are Senator Tina Smith, Senator Elizabeth Warren, Senator Ed Markey, Senator Jeff Merkley, Senator Bernard Sanders. And here's the heart of what the letter says right here, because we know you want to know. Republicans have made it clear that they are prepared to hold our entire economy hostage unless you accede to their demands to reduce the deficit on the backs of working families. That is simply unacceptable. Good on them for sending that letter. And they go on in the letter, we write to urgently request that you prepare to exercise your authority under the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. Using the authority would allow the United States to continue to pay its bills on time without delay, preventing a global economic catastrophe. So, Mayor, I'm with it. I'm with that.
Listen, I'm super excited that we are moving past this idea. Like we have senators pushing. Of course, these are our senators. When I say our, I'm talking about the progressive army, folk that think and see the world like you and I, that know the status quo needs to be interrupted. These names are anybody that is a fan of progressive politics know exactly who these people are and know that they are champions, not champions, champions. And the problem though is this list is so short. This statement should be filled with every Democratic senator minus Sinema and Manchin, who are really Republicans in different name. Here's what I would say. Joe Biden, on the other hand, cares more about bipartisanship than he does about legislation or moving forward on the 14th Amendment. And here's the problem with bipartisanship. If bipartisanship was necessary for anything to change in this country, you and I would still be enslaved. Civil rights acts in the 60s would not have happened. Bipartisanship has never done anything progressive or moved this country forward, ever. So the idea that we're sitting around talking about bipartisanship like it's a badge of honor is disgusting to me. Those are people that champion or talk about bipartisanship are those folk who would wish me to be slaved. I am not a fan of bipartisanship. You can keep it. You can keep it because it is not a sacrifice for what needs to be done. The 14th Amendment, while it was meant to be one of the Reconstruction era amendments, where they gave black people full freedom, full citizenship. We know that corporations have used those amendments more than we have. This is one time where the corporation of the United States of America should use it to protect working class people.
Come on, equal protection under the law, 14th Amendment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm with these senators, and Mayor, thanks for laying out that definitely it should be every Democrat should have signed it, including those 2 knuckleheads that you just named, and knowing they wouldn't, minus them, it should have been signed by everybody. So we're gonna see what this president is gonna do. I mean, I've been reading articles that say that he's willing to do some negotiation with the Republicans in line with hurting everyday working people. If he does do that, this is this is Senator Biden, this is Congressman Biden, this is President Joe Biden. This should not be a surprise because this is how he rolls. There's plenty of footage out there from his past experiences in the United States Congress when he said, I'm willing to cut Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. The man said, he was like, I'm leading the efforts to do the thing. So people really don't change all that much unless they have some type of an epiphany that is out of this world. They usually operate true to form. And so far, this president has been willing to operate true to form. Now you asked if them Republicans were in the White House and Democrat, they wouldn't hesitate to push their agenda. They're already doing it in the Congress and all over the country where they are in control. They pushing their agenda and they pushing it hard and they don't care what nobody has to say. And man, they don't care about bipartisanship. In the legislatures and governor's mansions where they have full control, they doing all the foolishness and mayhem that they can do. And they don't give one damn or two about bipartisanship. Democrats better get a clue. When you got the power, you better use it. And that default is gonna hurt everyday Americans in this country. You best believe it. So President Biden, just go ahead, brother, step on up.